Okay, so today we are at South Brittleshin Pass, or North, I apologize, North Brittleshin Pass, and we're gonna go meet one of the more bigger, if that's a combination of words, interesting NPCs. I believe she is in here. Oh god, one of those soul gems. One of the dumbest things in the game. Hold on. Just pull out the bow. Mink. Mink. We ain't even gonna give you the time of day, dog. Hope you guys are doing okay. I don't know how long it's been since we've done an interesting NPCs. I hear singing. Wow, beautiful voice. Hold on, girl, let me get you out.
Something on your mind? Do you mind keeping that closed?
You mean the cage?
Why, yes, it's quite comfortable in here. But when it's open, there's a bit of a draft.
But the cage has holes in it.
You do realize that was a joke, don't you? I didn't expect my hero to lack a sense of humor.
Your standards are way too high. I am a true hero, and honestly, I'm very attractive.
Yes, very. But perhaps I am not that kind of girl to be so easily swayed by a pretty face.
So, can you come out of the cage?
Maybe. I'd grown quite fond of it. The iron bars, the pattern of squares, and... well, I guess that's it. But I do like squares.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shape. It's alright, you know? What's your name?
My name is Zora Fairchild, although it was never meant to be ironic. I was once very much a child and very much fair. So fair, in fact, that the divine saw it fit to punish me with the smart and enviable face. It's always easier to blame the gods for such things, isn't it?
I think you're beautiful.
Oh my, do you know? Be wary not to lead a girl on. White lies are a dangerous toy.
Well, see, I downloaded this mod that makes all the interesting NPCs' faces look a little bit more unique, and I'm pretty sure her base face is has like a red hand on her face, like face paint, but it looks more like a scar. But anyway, you can see that she has a scar, but it's not like ugly. I think she looked pretty good to me. Was it the necromancer who married your face? Or marred your face? Married? Damn. I'd marry her face.
Ooh no, necromancers tend to disapprove of having their specimens damaged. I should know. This is the 11th necromancer who's enslaved me, and all 11 have been as delicate as a lord is with his finest furs. It makes me so sad to disappoint them so. I think this last one was quite excited with his find until he brushed back my hair. I've seen that look on more than enough men to recognize it.
11 times? You can't be serious.
Oh, I am. I do enjoy it. There is never a shortage of wizards who like to use this pass as their lair, nor a shortage of heroes who travel through it.
So where were you headed when you were captured?
I was on my way north to the icy tundra. It's quite vast, quite icy, and extremely dull, which is precisely why I visit it. Some people look at a blank portrait and see only emptiness. I see an opportunity to paint.
What do you mean?
Imagine a vast field of pure white, soft as a pillow wrapped in a cloud. From a distance, you might think it's snow. Yet, when you come to the lip of its feathery shore and run your fingers through crowns of ivory, you'll know you have arrived in Whiterun. Home of Tamriel's most beautiful and profitable tundra cotton field, Zora's Field, as it's known to the locals.
Oh, is that true? Yeah, I'm sure the giants will just let you plant away. They're pretty chill.
That's a concern. I can't have them trampling through the very fields I planted. But that's why the divines invented heroes and sellswords.
What sort of rescuer were you waiting for?
Well, handsome but not cute, funny but not mean, tender but not soft, strong but not violent, caring but not servile. I could go on and on.
Yes, please do.
I want a man who's aggressive but not impatient, creative but not obsessed, and most of all confident but not arrogant. The best I ever knew was 4 of those things, but he failed the arrogance test. He didn't just cross the border between confidence and arrogance. He rode through on a gilded carriage pulled by frenzied mammoths.
You carry a large weapon for a girl your size.
It's not just for show. Although the necromancers seem to think so. Nobody takes me seriously. But when my weapon of choice was an amulet of Mara, then the boys were quite certain of my intentions, even if that was just for show.
See, so other people think you're attractive. Do you have a lot of experience with two-handed weapons?
It took some time to get a hang of it. My body did pay quite a price for my lessons. I have more scars than skin now, I'm afraid. Yet you'll find I'm a capable fighter, and if it's adventure you're seek, my lord, I am but your humble servant.
Oh, so I'm my lord now.
The Fury to your Holgeir, the Aidwer to your Barenzaya, the house girl to your Jarl.
You should try wearing the amulet again. You'd probably be surprised.
So is my lord suggesting I become a jester? I think the surprise will be all theirs, and the laughter.
What sort of folks pass through here?
If you enter from the north, there's a soulgem trap that hits you with a swath of old-fashioned destruction magic. It can give you a severe tickling if you aren't careful.
Yeah.
I get more annoyed than hurt.
Yeah, same. It's pretty annoying. Alright, well, go ahead and follow me. I could use your help.
You have my steel.
Alright, so I believe that we should just be able to go outside. Alright, well.
Another battle, another victory for my hero.
Where'd you go? Where'd homegirl go? There she is. Okay. don't know why I was hearing
I
her
must
voice.
admit I have a soft spot for the warlords. The ones in Brittleshin Pass always treated me kindly.
Well, at least I didn't torture you. Yet.
Ah, Whiterun, home of the fabled companions. They're the fiercest warriors in Skyrim. But I like the fact that they live in an upside-down boat.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, they didn't have building materials right on hand. You know what? I'm just not even gonna.
Yes?
So I'm kind of curious about your scars.
The scars came from adventuring. Most of them are barely visible, thanks to the one. From a distance, it may appear to be a dash of paint, a girl's attempt to look menacing. Upon closer inspection, you'll see it's a mark of a burn.
How did that happen?
When I was a flowering young maiden, I once had many suitors. Men would travel great distances to see the diamond of Riverwood. My sister, on the other hand, had no suitors to speak of. She was far more talented than I, a mage worthy of studying at the College of Winterhold. What she was not, unfortunately, was pretty.
How did that affect your relationship?
We'd fight often, about the smallest of things. Although they were never really about who was supposed to wash the clothes or sweep the floor. It was always about her envy and my lack of compassion. Eventually, one argument got rough. The hand she struck me with was cloaked in fire.
You poor thing.
Oh, my hero is sympathetic. How charming. The poor one was my sister, and now we both live in poverty.
You seem rather understanding about the entire ordeal.
Now, but not then. Oh no, I was sufficiently devastated. My beauty was all they had. It defined me. But it was the ugliness that hurt the most. The way people, not just men, looked at me. Always with that cringe. They all do it. Even the polite ones can't help themselves, no matter how hard they try to disguise it. When you're beautiful, every word is met with a smile. When it's gone, the whole world is shrouded in darkness. I couldn't loathe my sister for what she did. Not now that I know her pain. Remember, a good leader is brave but not reckless, firm but not rigid.
So I never asked. What happened to your sister?
Well, my sister doesn't come to Riverwood very often. But she sends a letter every now and then, just to let me know she's alive. She can take care of herself, but that does not mean I don't worry.
Where does she live?
Oh, I think she moves around. She can't really live in a city. She's kind of a witch.
A witch? How did that happen?
That is hard to say. I guess she's always been a bit different and good with magic. I don't want to say she was born a witch, but at the very least, she's not your typical mage.
When did you last speak to her?
2 years, 3? I'm very poor with time, especially when I'm adventuring with my favorite companion. As for her last letter, well, that has also been a very long time. Too long, which makes me worry. We should stop by the Sleeping Giant Inn. Maybe someone has heard something.
Sure. I see why not. The Children Fair.
Start by tanning some leather on the rack. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing.
Oh, right. I knew that.
This is another new NPC?
Greetings, stranger. The name's Jormir, and I'm at your service.
Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Perhaps you need your boots shined, or your tunic washed, or need a letter delivered?
You know, no, and maybe. Do you have a quill?
Oh, right. I knew I forgot something. Is it a long missive? Perhaps I can memorize it.
Dear dragons, I'm coming for your souls. Dragonborn. Dictated, but not signed.
Okay. Dear dragons, I'm going, or was it coming? Can you repeat that?
You're really bad at this.
Maybe. Or maybe I just need the right teacher. You seem well-traveled. Are you in need of an apprentice? I'll cook and clean, and can set traps to catch game.
Away with you, sycophant. I'll consider it.
Really? I'll do everything you ask. Just say the word.
You're fairly young for someone living out on his own.
I'm of age, and a man grown. I can grow whiskers on my cheeks just like any old Nord. People treat me differently because of my station, but they still respect me as a man, which is more than I could say for my father. The last time I saw the old toad, all he did was bark orders and gripe. He complained my pheasant roast was overcooked. He nearly slapped me when I poured his beer and left a less than frothy head. And then he berated me the entire time I cleared his table.
Can you let this poor man by? I'm sorry. That must have been difficult for you.
Yeah, but at least when he's eating he keeps his mouth shut. The worst part is afterward, when he starts spouting racist nonsense. Elves poisoning our food, elves stealing our children, and don't tell him there's a difference between the elven races, let alone Altmer and Thalmor. They're all Thalmor maggots to him. Listening to the old man makes me ashamed to call myself a Nord.
Do you have any siblings?
Just one, a sister. A real snobby bitch and obsessed with gold.
Is it time yet?
Saving it,
Time
to be
for me to make my
precise,
sword?
which would be fine
maybe
if she had a
an
sense of
axe?
humor about it.
Patience, Dorothy.
Whenever we went to
You'll
the
get
market
some
in
time
Whiterun,
to
she'd
forge,
always
I
harass
promise
the
you.
vendors until they
But
gave her a
not right
discount,
now.
just to make her
You need to
leave.
keep watching me.
Poor Carlotta.
Learn.
Here she was,
Yes, sir.
trying everything in her power to feed her children, and my sister shakes her down for every last septum. When we left, I told my sister if there was one thing she didn't need any amulet or potion for, it was to become a master of cheap craft. That pretty much severed whatever relationship we had. My sister holds a grudge as tight as she holds her coin purse.
Well, I mean, maybe you can sell her to Bellathor. I think that she's, you know, I think he's in the market to buy some sisters. I think he has some weird shit going down in his basement. Well, I'll talk to you later, bud.
Goodbye.
All right, let's go to the Sleeping Giant Inn.
My Thane, can you come here? I want to ask you a question.
Okay, hold on. This damn dog's in the way.
Still here.
Is it time yet?
Uh,
My sword? Or maybe an axe?
you wanted to ask me a question, right? How's it feel to be back home?
Does this town look different at all to you?
Don't worry, I am.
Maybe since you were last year. It will be when I kill everyone, my god.
How odd. I spent nearly all my life in Riverwood and nothing ever changed. But I guess everything looks bigger when you aren't looking for bars. I hope at least Stomp is out and about. That dog is my favorite person here.
Yeah, he's the one that was in my way. Did you ever own any pets?
Just one. When I was little, I often went out into the woods to collect flowers. It was there that I found the dirtiest, most flea-ridden mongrel in all of Skyrim. He was also very adorable. The way his fur hung over his tender grey eyes, I called him Sir Cadulus, and I was in love.
Oh. How'd your family react when you brought the dog home?
My mother was furious, yet my father had a soft spot for his girls, so he tried to find a practical reason for why Cuddles couldn't stay. He pointed to how sick the dog was and how dangerous diseases were in the wild. I cried all night, burying my face in my hands. I never even noticed that my sister was gone.
When did she return?
It was hours before dawn when the door creaked open, and I saw my sister with a healthy Sir Cuddles trundling on behind her. She spent last of her savings on a hawk feather and a charred skiver hide, and even brewed the potion herself. Silly me, my instincts were to hug the dog. But looking back, it's the memory of my sister's compassion that I truly covet.
Well, she don't seem like an evil witch, so that's good.
Alright.
Yeah, I think Stump is just right over here. Yeah, he's right there. That dog added to my bestiary. You gonna talk to him?
I'm the innkeeper. It's my business.
Agnar,
to
have you
keep
heard
track of
anything about
strangers.
Jocelyn?
Yeah, I've seen your sister walking out the door.
Really? You know she doesn't like to be seen in Riverwood. Why did she come?
Don't know, but some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Rogue wizards down in Falkreath.
Do you think they found her? I'm starting to get worried.
Worry about yourself.
This is grave news, my hero. Bounty hunters will not spare a renowned witch. If my sister has fled to Falkreath, she might try to cross the border.
It's possible she's fled safely to Cyrodiil. Security is pretty lax in these days.
Yes, but the Ural Mountains are not an easy climb, especially traveling alone. She might have been turned back. We must hurry to Falkreath. I want to check the barracks. If by chance she was caught and yielded, we might be able to save her.
Damn, it's dark down here. Shit. Okay, it's wanting us to talk to some strange...
You here to make a purchase? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, well, damn it, come here, you shit. Come here. What are you doing? You bastard. Dude, get your ass up. Okay. Okay, you gonna walk over here? There you go.
Need something? A visitor! Always good to see a new face. Don't mind me though. Just think of me as dust on the wall.
You're an awful big-ass speck of dust.
So I am, my lord. But I'm still dust. The gods ignore me, and the flies pay no heed. So why should you?
Tell me about yourself.
Sure thing, my lord. The name's Lyric. I used to be a stable hand up at the old Ashwood farm in Helgen. It wasn't an easy life. The servants used to joke that old Lady Ashwood could teach the military a few things about torture. That's why, when I came of age, I took what little money I had left and bought myself a sword.
You should have stayed on the farm, boy.
Oh, don't I know it, my lord. I stuck out like a mud crab in the snow. Did more running than adventuring. I tried finding work at the other stables, even went back to Lady Ashwood's. But by then, the young mistress had taken over. They say the old lady was murdered. Maybe by that orc. Either way, the young mistress fired the old help. So I decided to head over to the stables and help myself.
What are you in for exactly?
Would you believe me if I said I was framed? I guess it wouldn't matter much if you did, unless you're the new captain of the guard. No, I'm just your average horse thief. I suppose my presence here is proof that, I ain't a good one.
I've met one of those once. Odd. Last time I checked, Falkreath didn't have a stable.
You've got a keen eye, my lord. Not everyone notices that when I tell them what I'm in for.
Where's the name Lyric come from?
Mum wished for me to become a bard, my lord, although she never learned how to spell. But it turns out it takes more than a name to make a man. My fingers were made for holding a brush rather than a lute. And my arms were better for stabbing with a pitchfork than pounding a drum. But, like a bard, I have been known to tell the guards and prisoners a story or two to help pass the time.
Let's hear a story then.
It's the least I can do since you took the time to visit. What shall it be then?
This prison is insufferable. Something that makes me laugh.
Yes, my lord. We all know the tale of the Headless Horseman. Many have even seen it riding through Falkreath. But, do you know the tale of the Horseless Headsman, the executioner of Helgen? He would often boast about how the gods gave him 2 feet, and only cowards relied on 4. But the truth is, he didn't know how to ride, and everyone knew it. So one night, he stepped outside the walls and woke the lowly stable hand.
What did the stable hand do?
The stable hand was happy to help, and recommended the headsman start with a gentle mare. But the brute was a prideful Nord, and insisted on riding the meanest, nastiest stallion of the bunch. The stable hand, a bit agitated and weary, walked him over to a steed and vouched for its wildness. For weeks the headsman trained, until he was confident that he could ride without assistance. So, one day, to prove he could ride as well as any man, he challenged a few of the guards to a race. Only when he trotted out his steed to the starting line, the entire city fell to their knees with laughter. For the stable hand had not given the headsman a horse, but a donkey.
Okay. So he was riding a jackass. Well, how did you get caught anyway?
It was fear. Plain and simple. I was at the Sleeping Giant when I got approached by 2 shifty folk with hoods covering their eyes. The first one sits beside me and buys me a drink, while the other stands in the corner. He goes, "I hear you're the man to see about a horse." I tell him, "Sure, my lord, I am." He tells me he needs 2. One for him and one for his sweetheart. I'm guessing a Breton girl by the size of her.
Was there anything distinctive about this woman you're referring to?
The Breton made me real nervous, always whipping her head round to see if anyone was looking. But it was her hands that caught my eye. She had calluses tough as a goat hide, and all the dirt in Skyrim under those fingernails. She wasn't built like no adventurer, and she wasn't some college mage living in the city either, if you catch my meaning. I think she was a witch.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because we're looking for someone, and it sounds like she is on the run, and you might have ran into her.
Yes, my lord, I figured that's why they needed me, since I used to work the stables for the Ashwoods near Helgen. Except the gate was too heavily guarded. Falkreath was off the main road, but safer for a witch, I take it.
Did you agree to steal the horses?
Well, truth is, I was so sore at the Ashwoods, I probably would have stolen the horses for free. But that's no way to make a living. I told the boy I only needed one other rider. The girl could wait for us by Peakshade Tower, and I'd collect the rest of my fee there. Except when the job was done, it wasn't the boy waiting for me at the clearing. It was the witch.
What happened next?
The whole ride west I had that hag raven at my back, with all kinds of bad thoughts running around in my head. I don't know what it was that set me off. Maybe it was just the wind, but I laid my heels into that horse and rode as hard as I could into the city. It didn't take long for the guards to figure out the horse wasn't mine. but by Ysmir's beard, at least I'm alive.
Wait, this mage's name, was it Jocelyn?
As a matter of fact, milady, I think it was. You're not acquainted with her, are you?
She's my sister.
Oh, pardon my language, milady. If it's any consolation, I'm sure she made it to Cyrodiil.
Somehow I doubt that. My girls were waiting for her there for quite some time. Evidently, the snowstorm brought her back, and with it, my property. Now don't give me that look, girl. I don't care if your sister lives or dies. Meaning I'm more than willing to let her live, if it saves me the trouble of dealing with you. I simply want what is rightfully mine.
And what is that exactly?
Girl, this is hardly the place to talk of such things. Come to the
Heard they were
graveyard.
forming the Dawn Guard.
At least the dead
Vampire
share
hunters
no
or something in
secrets.
the old fort near Riften.
I didn't
Might
like this
consider
one
joining
bit.
up myself.
Jocelyn would not steal.
A creepy old witch is not really the most reliable source.
Right, leave it to my savior to put things into perspective. Yes, we should only trust her as far as we can throw her, and my arms are quite tired.
It's probably the heavy-ass weapon. I hate when guards walk by and they're just like... Just saying the same shit.
What
Heard
did
they
it
were
mean?
forming the Dawn
Return
Guard.
of the Dragon?
So we're going to a creepy-ass...
Watch the skies, traveler.
Shut up. Going to a creepy-ass graveyard at nighttime. Matter of fact, let's wait till like 2 p.m. or so it's daylight. I'm not trying to be trapped in a graveyard with this old-ass hag raven.
Those who have left this
So,
world and its suffering.
You're Jocelyn's sister. She never talked much about you, but the girl never talked much at all. I thought she was a sodding mute. Which was good. I tire of young people and the endless flapping of their tongues. She made for the perfect apprentice.
Jocelyn would never join a coven. Something must have happened.
That's another thing about you young people. You think you know everything. So arrogant. For your information, your sister joined our coven and was otherwise happy, until her greed got the best of her. Of course, it was only a matter of time before I caught the traitor, which is why she escaped into the very crystal she stole.
What do you mean? What crystal?
My, you're stupid. And ugly. The crystal is the property I was referring to earlier.
This is not the time for petty insults, witch. How did she escape into a crystal?
Young people, so impatient. The crystal is a key, a portal to another plane of existence. The legends say it would transport you to a paradise of eternal youth. Naturally, for someone of my years, this seemed like an attractive prospect. The devil is in the wording, of course. Eternal youth indeed. It's a curse. Anyone who enters the plane turns into a child of body, and a child of mind. God knows I warned the stupid girl, but young people just do not listen. In any case, the only way to revive the crystal's power is to remove the soul inside it. Thus, our goals are one and the same.
Where can we find this crystal?
My girls tracked her to Bloodlet Throne, which means she ran from my coven right into a castle full of vampires. Sometimes I wonder if your sister is no ordinary fool, but the kind of fool so foolish that her name should be carved on the tree of all creation. As in, Jocelyn Fairchild, the mother of all fools.
Alright, Witch. You can call me what you wish, but I've had about enough of you bad-mouthing Jocelyn.
That would not be wise if you wish to see your dear sister again. I am the only one who can open the portal. I would do it myself, but why risk my life when I can risk yours? In exchange, the girl is allowed to live. I trust we have a deal.
Fine, but try anything funny and I won't hesitate to take your head. I'm sorry for that display, my Jarl. I know you're not used to seeing me angry. I'm not used to it either. But when I talk to that hag...
I know how you feel. I don't know how I didn't slap the shit out of her myself.
Perhaps my leash has matured. I am glad because as it turns out, we need her alive. As much as it pains me to see.
How do we know the witch won't try to kill us?
I had not thought of that. She said saving Jocelyn would be dangerous, and she could very well attack us the first chance she gets. I would not want to leave my hero defenseless. Once Jocelyn is safe and I am sure we don't need her, perhaps I can give you a sign of some sort. How about if I scratch my ear? Nah, it may actually be itchy. How about if I say, I am hungry for a goat roast? Yeah, that will be the signal.
Okay.
What are you two idiots babbling on about? Let's get going.
Man, I know this place. This is that vampire place. There's vampires all over the damn place in here. I don't have any cure disease potions either. Oh, shit. Don't walk on that. Okay. Don't want to...
Those are some hefty scars, girl. I've got a new name for you. Target dummy.
Well, that wasn't very clever.
Is someone there?
What was
Over
that?
here!
We make such a good team.
Yeah, we do. I.
Mind. Target dummies don't talk as much as you do.
That was fun.
Like a bloody
I think it's a
whetstone.
good way to lose weight.
That's it.
Except if you lose,
Whetstone.
then it's very, very bad.
They talk a lot, but I mean, that's okay. That's okay. That's kind of the point.
What was that?
You are stronger with each fight. At least I like to think so.
Yeah, me too.
Where did you get all those scars anyway?
That's none of your business, witch.
You're right. You know what is my business? Getting my crystal back. If you can't do that, I'll add another stripe to your collection.
Bitch. You will not touch her. Let's pull out the bow. You already know what time it is.
What's that? Come on, Justin, just hold on.
Do you think she can actually hear you? Of course you must. You're a fool.
No? Okay. I know that gargoyle up there gonna come to life. I ain't slow.
And you thought I was just a pretty...
You're not pretty at all. You're gross. You're disgusting. Hello, Wolfie. You're kind of cute, but you want to kill me, so.
Your blood calls me.
Yep, I just got vampirism.
Thank you. I do not fear death.
Stand still, damn it!
Oh, my bad, girl.
Hey, watch it!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Another battle, another victory for my hero.
Oh,
and his
shit.
faithful judge.
Gave you a piercing. I don't know if we're going the right way or
We do
not.
enjoy our big two-handed weapons, don't we? If there was such a thing as a four-handed weapon, we could wield it together.
Maybe. Incident at Necron. Ooh. Cool. I know this is a vanilla cave. Oh my god, my voice just cracked so bad. Did you hear that? I promise I hit puberty. I promise I did. Like 13 years ago. Maybe that'll give you guys some insight on how old I am.
And who is this?
It is no matter. This fool will be the next act of the show. Over there.
Well, he just matrixed my ass.
Come on, is that all you got? That's the best you can do. Come on, is that all you got? Is that all you got? Just a scratch.
What the hell is she hitting, bro?
That's your best. Lucky you.
I haven't lived this long to be beaten by you.
Hey, watch it!
I hit her in the head again. I sure did.
Looks like that's the last of them. You really make for a deadly pair.
Yeah, we definitely need a cure disease potion. Alright, here's your
Is that it?
crystal.
Is that the crystal?
Of course it's the crystal. I didn't come all this way to watch you fools tangle with bloodsuckers.
Bloody heck.
What did
What's
you
that?
say?
Nothing. It was my stomach grumbling. I think I might be getting hungry.
Better you stay that way. A girl your size could stand to lose a few pounds. Now, you both stand still. I'll use the old magic to send you both inside the crystal. As for what you'll find inside, it's anyone's guess. Young people are idiots. Children even more so. Maybe that's what makes the crystal so appealing. They say ignorance is bliss. Well, guess what? It also means you're ignorant. You two want to say any last words to each other before we do this? Well, too bad. In you go.
By the gods. Jocelyn?
Welcome to Zora's Field, sister.
Sister, you made this for me?
Remember that time Mother said it was too warm to go sledding? And I cried, and you cried, and then Father got the idea to throw cotton all over the house instead. Then you said we should plant cotton all over the tundra so that we never have a day without snow.
I remember, sister. Every day.
Well, here we are, Zora. This is our home. We never have to leave. We never have to cry.
Jocelyn,
Come on, sister. Let's go play.
It was so warm that winter. Riverwood didn't see an ounce of snow. It all seems so foolish now when Skyrim is so cold. The truth is I never really cared much for snow. I love bright colors. I only pouted because it meant so much to her. And maybe a part of me wanted to be that sister again. The one who pretended to care about nothing, to protect the things that meant everything. That day we met, I lied to you. I was on my way to the tundra, but it wasn't for Zora's field. It was always for Jocelyn. Now I know why she joined that coven. It was all for this. She wanted to be a child again. She wanted that feeling of home, but in a place where all the bad memories don't exist. Somewhere far away from Riverwood.
Zora, this place. We can't stay here.
I know. As much as it hurts me to say this, none of this is real. Just give me a moment to talk to her.
Do you see it, sister? Do you see the snow?
Jocelyn, dear. I know at times I've been a bad sister. I should have been there for you when all I cared about was myself. And I know you're sorry for what happened that day. This field, this place, you want to go back to those days when all our memories were beautiful. But sister, we can't. As much as we treasure them, those days are gone. So is every day we grew apart. I love you, Jocelyn. Please come home.
No! I'm not leaving. You aren't leaving. You're not my real sister. You're someone else.
Oh, hell no.
Jocelyn!
Ugh.
Zora?
Don't worry, sister. I'm here.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
Give me a moment. I can take us home. Our real home.
Alright, when you're ready. Jocelyn, are you okay? Can you walk?
I'm fine, sister. Thank you.
Are you sure, girl? Are you sure you aren't better off crawling around like a newborn babe? Isn't that the life you prefer?
Marigoth? Zora, what's going on?
Don't worry, my foolish apprentice. Your whetstone of a sister hasn't betrayed you. You're the only traitor here.
You already know what time it is. We about to kill this bitch.
All I want is what's mine.
Suddenly I'm feeling hungry for some goat roast.
Goat roast? It seems like the crystal has warped your companion's mind, but that's not my concern. Give me the crystal.
I'm sorry, but you heard the lady. Zora's hungry for a goat roast.
What? None of you are making any sense. You give me my crystal now.
We make such a good team.
You got any goodies on you, dog? Hell no. Your sister ain't ugly. I mean, it's probably because the mod I downloaded, but still.
I just want to thank you. I know I tease you calling you my liege and my theme, but on this day you were all that and more. You were not just my companion, my savior and my hero. You were a true friend.
So what will you and your sister do now?
First we will go home to Riverwood. And then who knows? Gossiping, bickering, throwing dinnerware. All the stepsisters do.
At least neither of you have to worry about Marigoth now. She did. She ain't gonna be in episode 3.
Yes, I do not like judging people by the first impression, but Marigoth was at her 20th and nothing seemed to change. It was a perfect end to a wonderful day. Zora's field was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah. It really was.
As beautiful as the girl who inspired it, Jocelyn Fairchild. This is what they will say when it is complete. And it will not be ironic. Those days are long past.
Sister, I think I'm ready to leave now.
Okay, then the 3 of us will go together.
3 of us?
Oh, I haven't introduced you to my companion.
The hell is she?
Sister, I'll see you in Riverwood.
She's very shy.